U.S. Air Force deploys HH-60W Jolly Green II rescue helicopter to East Africa for first time. The U.S. Air Force has deployed the HH-60W Jolly Green II combat rescue helicopter to East Africa for the first time, establishing a dedicated personnel recovery capability at Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti. Announced by the U.S. Air Force on June 26, 2026, the deployment significantly strengthens U.S. Africa Command's ability to recover isolated personnel, sustain dispersed operations, and respond rapidly to crises across one of the world's most demanding operational environments. The arrival of the HH-60W gives U.S. forces a modern combat search and rescue platform with greater range, survivability, and mission effectiveness than its predecessor. Beyond enhancing force protection, the deployment reflects AFRICOM's broader effort to improve operational resilience and maintain rapid response capabilities in a region where distance, austere conditions, and evolving security threats continue to challenge military operations. The HH-60W helicopters arrived at Camp Lemonnier on June 10, 2026, aboard U.S. Air Force Reserve Command C-5 Super Galaxy strategic airlifters before integrating with the 82nd Expeditionary Rescue Squadron and the Joint Personnel Recovery Center. The deployment supports the 406th Air Expeditionary Wing's mission to enhance readiness while reinforcing AFRICOM's African-led, U.S.-enabled approach to regional security cooperation. EZOIC. The principal reason behind deploying the HH-60W to East Africa is the changing operational environment facing U.S. and allied forces across the Horn of Africa. AFRICOM conducts continuous operations that include counterterrorism missions against al-Shabaab in Somalia, intelligence and surveillance flights, special operations support, maritime security missions near the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, and contingency response operations throughout the region. These activities often take place over vast distances where rescue forces must be able to reach isolated personnel quickly if an aircraft is lost, a convoy is attacked, or troops become stranded in hostile territory. Until now, dedicated rotary wing combat search and rescue assets have not been permanently stationed in East Africa. Rescue missions frequently depended on aircraft deployed from other regions or on fixed-wing capabilities that lacked the flexibility to recover personnel directly from difficult terrain. Stationing HH-60W helicopters at Camp Lemonnier significantly reduces response times while providing commanders with an immediately available rescue capability tailored for expeditionary operations. Camp Lemonnier occupies one of the U.S. military's most strategically important locations outside the continental United States. Located in Djibouti, near the entrance to the Red Sea, the installation supports operations spanning East Africa, the Gulf of Aden, the Western Indian Ocean, and parts of the Arabian Peninsula. Aircraft routinely operate over remote deserts, rugged mountains, coastal areas, and sparsely populated regions where ground rescue operations would be difficult or impossible. A dedicated combat rescue helicopter force greatly improves the ability to recover personnel under these demanding conditions. EZOIC. The deployment also reflects AFRICOM's increasing emphasis on distributed operations. Rather than concentrating forces at a few large installations, U.S. units now operate from multiple cooperative security locations and temporary operating sites throughout Africa. As forces become more geographically dispersed, personnel recovery becomes increasingly important because rescue assets must cover larger operational areas while remaining capable of responding within minutes, not hours. The HH-60W Jolly Green II is the U.S. Air Force's newest dedicated combat search and rescue helicopter, developed by Sikorsky, a Lockheed Martin company, to replace the aging HH-60G Pave Hawk fleet. Based on the UH-60M Black Hawk airframe but extensively modified for personnel recovery missions, the helicopter is powered by two General Electric T700G701D turboshaft engines, each producing approximately 2,000 shaft horsepower, enabling a maximum speed of around 180 miles per hour, 290 km/h. One of its most significant improvements is its substantially larger internal fuel capacity of approximately 680 gallons, providing considerably greater combat endurance and operational reach without relying on external fuel tanks. The HH-60W is equipped with a fully integrated digital glass cockpit, advanced navigation systems, secure multiband communications, and a comprehensive defensive suite that includes missile warning sensors, radar warning receivers, infrared countermeasures, and ballistic protection. Its spacious cabin accommodates pararescue specialists, combat rescue officers, medical personnel, and multiple litters for casualty evacuation, while crew-served weapons, including M240H 7.62mm machine guns or GU-18A and GU-21.50 caliber machine guns, provide defensive fire during personnel recovery missions. These improvements make the HH-60W one of the world's most capable dedicated combat rescue helicopters, particularly for long-range operations in austere and high-threat environments, such as East Africa. The HH-60W Jolly Green II was developed specifically to address the evolving demands of combat search and rescue. Compared with the HH-60G Pave Hawk, the new helicopter carries substantially more internal fuel, allowing longer-range missions without relying on external fuel tanks. This improvement is particularly valuable in East Africa, where rescue missions can involve hundreds of kilometers of flight across areas with little supporting infrastructure. Survivability also played an important role in the decision to deploy the HH-60W. The helicopter incorporates advanced missile warning systems, radar warning receivers, infrared countermeasures, and improved defensive avionics, all designed for operations in contested environments. These capabilities provide greater protection for aircrews conducting rescue missions in regions where extremist groups may possess man-portable air defense systems or other anti-aircraft weapons. The aircraft's redesigned cabin further enhances operational effectiveness. Improved integration of medical equipment provides pararescue specialists with additional space to stabilize wounded personnel during evacuation. Modern communications systems enable simultaneous coordination with ground forces, fixed-wing aircraft, special operations units, and command centers, allowing rescue missions to be executed more efficiently during complex operations. The deployment is also significant because it marks the 56th Expeditionary Rescue Squadron's first overseas operational deployment since completing its transition from the HH-60G to the HH-60W. According to Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Goki, commander of the 56th Expeditionary Rescue Squadron, the deployment marks a major milestone for the unit and demonstrates the Air Force's confidence in the helicopter's expeditionary capabilities. Once in theater, the 56th Expeditionary Rescue Squadron integrates directly with the 82nd Expeditionary Rescue Squadron and the Joint Personnel Recovery Center. This creates a comprehensive rescue architecture that combines helicopters, pararescue teams, command control elements, intelligence support, and personnel recovery planning into a unified force capable of rapidly responding to emergencies across AFRICOM's area of responsibility. Captain Jason Hill, commander of the 82nd Expeditionary Rescue Squadron, emphasized that having dedicated rescue aviation assets in theater significantly improves the ability to save lives while strengthening interoperability among rescue forces supporting AFRICOM operations. Beyond combat search and rescue, the HH-60W expands the range of missions available to U.S. commanders in Africa. The helicopter can support medical evacuation, humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, non-combatant evacuation operations, and assistance to regional partners during security crises or natural disasters. These capabilities are particularly relevant in East Africa, where humanitarian emergencies and instability frequently require rapid aviation support. The deployment also strengthens Camp Lemonniere's role as AFRICOM's principal expeditionary air hub. By adding an advanced combat rescue helicopter capability alongside transport aircraft, intelligence assets, fighter detachments, and unmanned aerial systems already operating from Djibouti, the United States increases its ability to respond rapidly to military and humanitarian contingencies across the continent. From a broader strategic perspective, the deployment demonstrates AFRICOM's recognition that personnel recovery is an essential element of modern military operations rather than a supporting function. Dedicated rescue forces enhance mission assurance, increase operational confidence, and give commanders greater freedom to conduct operations in austere or high-risk environments. The deployment of the HH-60W Jolly Green II marks an important enhancement of AFRICOM's operational posture in East Africa. By providing a dedicated combat search and rescue capability with greater range, survivability, and rapid response capacity, the helicopter strengthens force protection, expands operational flexibility, and ensures that U.S. and partner forces can conduct missions across the region with greater confidence and resilience.